David, Metro Warrior, was that a better run from him last time out?
I thought it was probably a Hong Kong PB. The two horses that beat him are destined for much higher class. He ran exceptional time, breaking 56. And he looks like he's held his form and he's got Zach Purton, so I think he'll run a good race.
So to go to the meeting then, pretty confident about his hopes?
In his class, he's probably racing at his class, and if he puts his run up from last start, which the signs are that he will, he should be in the first three.
He's a horse that won for you earlier on in the season. Of course, you also trained him when he's back in Australia. Some horses do adjust to Hong Kong, some don't. Has he lived up to your expectations here?
Yes, he has. He wasn't highly regarded at home and needed gelding. And look, I think he's going to be a good bread and butter Hong Kong Class 3 horse.
Ricky, TOYCOON, he hasn't been able to win here in Hong Kong, but now that he's in Class 4, do you think that win is coming soon for him?
Yes, I think this is about the right rating for him. When he first came to the ring, was a little high up and was still acclimatizing, and step him up in distance, which is good for him. Considering the weather nowadays, a bit of cut of the grass that would certainly help him too.
So he's stepping up to 1,800 metres on Saturday, so you think that will suit him?
I think so. According to the pedigree, that shows he needs some ground.
Barrier number 1, what will be the instructions for him?
Oh, just quietly, where he's happy at the beginning, and runs on at the end.
He galloped on Wednesday morning. How's his track work been leading into this race, Ricky?
Good. Much better track work than last season.
We're counting down, of course, to Champions Day. Ricky, you've got 3 runners on the big day, Jolly Banner, Voyage Warrior, Mighty Giant. Just quickly, how are those horses doing, Ricky?
For the time being, really happy with them. Yeah, we had a long, hard season still, but they're still doing well.
Paul VALIENTE, he's gone close at his last couple of starts. Do you think he's a winning hope on Saturday?
I think for sure. I think every time he's gone around, he's just got a little bit better and a little bit better, and he doesn't need too much improvement to be right there in the finish. So he's trained on well, he's got a good draw, good jock, so he should be competitive.
Last time he had an awkward draw which had an effect on where he settled in the run. From a better draw, is he the type that could take advantage of that?
I think he could, be a couple of slots closer anyway. And if he can sort of be 3 back, 1 off the fence, something like that, that'd be ideal for him. And hopefully they'll go at a good gallop, and he can stay on.
Has he found his right surface on the dirt?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure. The dirt's his preferred surface, and probably be a little bit better going 1800, but there's only 150 metres in it.
He's a beautifully bred horse, Paul. Has he just taken a bit of time to really find his feet and learn what racing's all about? Yeah,
very much so. He probably came here with a pretty limited education. And he took a number of barrier trials, and then we finally got to the races. And as I say, each race he's just gone that little bit better, so hopefully he can continue on in that vein.
David, Flying Sword, he's a horse you've had a couple of runs with now. He's down in class, he steps up to 1,400 metres. He's won at this trip before. What are your confidence levels like with him?
I much prefer him in Class 4 than Class 3, and probably 1,400 and a mile maybe here at Happy Valley is going to be ideal. So he'll be, I think, competitive to win a Class 4 soon, whether it's Saturday or the next run. But he's trained on nicely since his last run.
He's a horse you've taken over the training of from Tony Cruz. He's had a couple of starts for you now. What's he like as a horse?
He's a neat little horse. He eats all his feed and not very complicated. So he'll be winning soon, I think.
And the stable's been in good form at the last few meetings. Congratulations on Shaweena's win on Wednesday night, David.
Yes, really good effort from the wide gate. I'm really happy how these 3-year-olds are starting to improve at the end of the season. It's a big disadvantage to have unraced 3-year-olds early in the year, but as the season progressed, they come into their own, and I've got about 30 of them, so I can't wait till the season to get more mature.
So has it been a case this season of your patience might have been tested, but now you're starting to reap the rewards?
Yeah, I think so. When they weren't ready, I only had discards to race, and I would go to the races with 4 40-to-1 shots, and the markets is always a good guide. Now we're going to the races with horses in the market, so at least you're a fighting chance.
Excellent. Chariot, Ricky, what do you make of his hopes for Saturday now that he's up in class as well to Class 3
he's
these
days? He's up in class, a bit of a bigger task for him, but he's a horse always tries hard. He'll be surprised. I think even the first time over 14, He still runs good.
So he's been racing here at Happy Valley recently, but as you say, stepping up to 1400, he goes back to Sha-Tin. Why have you decided to stepping up in trip?
As he's more mature, I think, according to his runs, I think it's about the time to step up with 14. It's got a lightweight and then upper class, and worth give it a try.
So he won 2 in a row earlier on in the season, Ricky. Is he still improving?
Of course. Yeah, he's still one of the up-and-coming youngster.
And what about the wide draw? What do you plan to do from there?
Oh, simply we had not my choice with a wide draw, and we first attempt over 14, we're going to ride for luck, drop him back a little bit. Hopefully we feel somewhere we cover.